Hey YouTube, it's Bugout, and if history has taught us anything, it's one thing, and that is anything can happen, and to expect the unexpected. And in this video, we're going to be going over what's inside my urban survival kit. Basically, the items that I have whenever the you-know-what hits the proverbial fan. So stay with me. I'm going to go over all of the products that are inside this kit. I'll be leaving links for all of them in the description box down below, where you can find them online and on Amazon.com. So stay tuned. I'm going to be going over my urban survival kit. Stay with me. Hey guys, welcome back. So as I mentioned before, I'm going to be going over the contents of what's inside my urban survival kit. And if you have any questions, let me know in the comments section down below, as well as check out the links in the description box where you can find all of these products. But yeah, this is the Moab 10 from 511, and this actually connects to, actually 4 buckles will connect to my Rush 72 backpack, which is my everyday carry backpack. I have actually carried both of these, together in that system several times over the last several weeks, to and from work, and it felt comfortable enough. Although I do notice, obviously, that I have a backpack on top of my backpack. But in a worst case scenario, I'll be able to use both backpacks if I choose to. But you can see that right off the bat, there is a concealed pocket where this pry bar is, and I think it's pretty obvious why I have basically a crowbar in an urban survival kit. But yeah, you guys can conceal carry a firearm in this pocket if you so choose. However, because I'm stationed in Europe at the moment, that's simply not an option, although I do have self-defense items in here that I'll be going over here shortly. But I encourage you guys to have a firearm on you, or some sort of self-defense so that you can protect yourself and loved ones if you're in a without rule of law situation. So on the bottom, there's basically a seat cushion as well as a mattress. This is inflatable, and it's basically hypothermia. The second the leading way that you can get it is because of direct contact with a cold or frozen ground, which will lower your core body temperature. So that's why I have that. And here, this is a MOLLE attachment pouch, and on the inside of this is a glow-in-the-dark Nalgene bottle, and it's nested. I don't know if you guys can. There's a cup inside of it, as well as a lid to the cup, and the cup can basically, I'll show you guys the heat source here in a second, but basically you can boil your water to help purify it, and I also have some other water purification means that I'll go over here in a little bit. Right here on the sling of the bag, and I have access to this while I'm walking around. But we have a compass. This is from Asunto, as well as a Fox 40 whistle, and we also have a signal mirror as well. So it's great to be able to find your way out of a situation, a survival situation, as well as to be able to signal either auditorially or visually for help. And we also have just a small little button compass here, just in case I misplaced the other compass. And so that's pretty much everything on the outside. I also have a little carabiner that has a bottle opener. So let's go ahead and dive into this outside compartment. So let's talk about the items that are in this internal pocket. And there's a few items here. We have an SOL, basically fire tinder, and we also have basically some more fire tinder. This is hemp cord, as well as fat wood. Speaking of which, some more fat wood. This is from Pine Fire. And on the inside of here, we have some matches, a striker, and that's for ferrocerium rods, and of course a Zippo lighter, and another Zippo lighter with a duct tape wrapped around it. In the other pocket, we have a sewing kit for repairing tarps, shelters. We also have duct tape, which can be used for lots of different purposes, as well as oil and a sharpener for maintaining my blades, which you'll see here shortly, as well as some high-vis cordage for hanging up shelter or myriad of other different purposes. And let's see here. Some of the other items, we have a Voyager. This is from Cold Steel, a folding knife. And you're going to want to be able to be a little bit scary in a situation that is without rule of law, to kind of protect and ward off other people. As well as I got a little fork and spoon in case you come across canned items. And we have Leatherman, which has lots of different tools in it. It is a multi-tool after all. It's in addition to pliers and flat head and a 3D Phillips head. It also has a can opener and bottle opener, a pretty good sized pair of scissors, and of course a knife. So it'd be one of the few blades that I'll be carrying with me. And we have a Sharpie, just for, just lots of different, whatever comes up that you need to write stuff for. And we got basically a Kubotan as well as a glass breaker, and it's a Fisher Space Pen on there as well. So you can be able to bust through windshields and whatnot. And in here we also have just another whistle and a ferrocerium rod. This is a large ferrocerium rod, which also has a striker as well. Underneath that, we have, this is a Phoenix light, and this is USB rechargeable. Remember which items are USB rechargeable. That does come into play. And then for purifying water, just in case I'm not able to get a boil going, we have some water purification tablets, and each tablet purifies 1 liter of water, as it says right there. And this is a Platypus 1 liter water bladder. And then moving on to the zipper pocket here. And basically we just have a bunch of sanitary items. Got some field bath wipes. Those of you who are military, you know about those for sure, if you go camping. Hand sanitizer, which can also be used as a fire starter. Hair and body wash, as well as some camp soap. There's a good chance that there's going to be some sort of shelter if there, if it's a large disaster, especially if they got some sort of heads up. The Red Cross will set up shelters, but keep in mind that they do not accept pets in most shelters. We also have a toothbrush and toothpaste and deodorant. And then at the very bottom, we have Vaseline, which can also be used as a fire tinder fuel source as well. So those are all of the items. Oh, there's one other thing. This is a Swiss Army knife that has a nail clipper, because you need to have that as well. And it's got a pair of scissors in there, and tweezers and stuff. So that's everything that's in the outside of the bag as well as in the outside compartment. So now let's go ahead and dive into the main compartment. Okay, so on the inside of the main compartment we have some mesh zippers and pouches. So let's go ahead and start with down here. And in this pouch we have some USB recharging cables for not only my iPhone but also micro USB, which a lot of these items can take, a lot of these battery powered items. And then we have a USB recharger for the RC123A batteries, which is the batteries that this takes, as well as the batteries that the other flashlight that you saw earlier takes. And under here we also have some outlet plugs, and this is to plug into American as well as European outlets. And then you got the USB port right here, and then a car charger here. And a little bit down here we got a USB recharging headlamp from Phoenix. And then we also have a USB power bank. And behind all of that, we have a couple Mylar blankets, as well as rolls of toilet paper, and a orange poncho. Very easy to see. This is bright orange. So that's everything that's inside these pockets on the inside of the main compartment. Okay, moving on to the main compartment area, we have several items. We have a first aid kit right on top, and here's all the items that are inside of it. And if you guys want more information, just check out the link. And the survival fixed blade knife that we have is known as the UTK S4. This is made in the USA, Utica cutlery fixed blade knife that also comes with a ferrocerium rod with striker, as well as a sharpener in the sheath. We also have a couple of bandanas that are sewn together, kind of making up basically kind of a poor man's bag. And if I were to go around in the without rule of law environment, I can use this bag to gather items rather than walk around with something like this. This way I just look less conspicuous, as well as having less items on me to steal. And then we also have a light. This is from UCO. It's not only a flashlight, but an area lamp. And it is not only USB rechargeable, but it is also a power bank in and of itself. So that's pretty cool. We also have, if you guys haven't checked out my mini survival kit video, be sure to do that. It has all of David Canterbury's 10 C's of survival, as well as this backpack as well. Yeah, this has a lot of great items in it. Be sure you check that out. Moving on, we have a Lifestyle water filter. Just some beef jerky. I'll replace that, maybe add things and detract things. If you guys have suggestions, of course, be sure you let me know in the comment section of other items that I should include. But we have a Daytrex food ration bar. I have a Shamog, which is great for keeping the sun off of you, or staying a little bit warm. Speaking of being warm, we got a nice basically tarp, and this can be used in a multitude of different ways. It's got a Mylar internal side, that way it will reflect body heat or fire from your heat from your fire. And we also have underwear and socks, and Esbit stove with 4 fuel tabs, and this, you put that cup that I was talking about, or just from this compartment, and you put that right on top here, and you can boil water within minutes. And those fuel tabs last for several minutes as well. And even though this is a urban survival kit, there's no reason that you shouldn't be able to still process wood. Especially over here in Europe, they seem to have wood all over the place. And it's got a little clip as well. And then we have a Fresnel lens magnifying glass. Basically, if you have direct sunlight, you're going to have a reusable fire starter. And that's everything that's on the inside, but a couple other items that I forgot to mention is that there's a pocket right here on top. And in here, I have the SAS Pocket Survival Guide. If you don't have this already, be sure you pick it up. And like I said, links for everything will be in the description box below. And then last item, there is a water bladder, Camelback water bladder in here. It's kind of hard to see because it's black, but it's 1.5 liters and has a water filter built into it as well. And I went over all of the other features. If not, I'll annotate it down below. But these are all of the items in my urban survival kit. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Like, share, and subscribe as always. And like I've been telling y'all, if you want any of these items, be sure you check out those Amazon links in that description box below. Y'all stay safe out there, and remember, it pays to be prepared. God bless.